Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So in the previous video, we had discussed about the null hypothesis and the alternate hypothesis, right? We had seen that what are these two terms and basically what are the things that we have here and all those things we have discussed even with the one example as well, right? Now, basically, today I'm just going to tell you one more example regarding this null and alternate hypothesis as well. And after that, we're going to discuss some more things in these things. So, let me quickly give you an overview that what we have discussed previously. So, we had discussed about the null hypothesis that was actually denoted using H naught, right? And it was a statement about the population that will be assumed to be true unless it can be shown to be incorrect beyond a reasonable doubt, right? And then we had discussed even about the alternate hypothesis and it was denoted by HA. So basically it is a claim about the population that is contradictory to H naught and where what we conclude when we reject H naught, right? These were two things which we have discussed in the previous video. Let me move on to the same section which I had made it for today and let me discuss one another example with you all. After that I'll proceed on with the new things, right? Okay, so my example goes here like this. So let's say my question is we want to test. Okay, let's say we want to test if students take college students take less than five years to graduate, less than 5 years to graduate from college college on the average. Okay, that is basically on the average, right? This is the thing. So now basically here what I can just say, according to the alternate hypothesis and according to the null hypothesis, I can just add here that my answer for this question is that null hypothesis, that is H naught. So basically my mu, that is my average, will be greater than equal to 5. Okay, and talking about my HA, that is my alternate hypothesis, that will be basically mu and it would be less than 5. Mu is basically my average. So this is the thing that we can just say from here, that this was the question that we want to test if college students take less than 5 years to graduate from college on the average, right? So this was the idea which we can just add on here with the things, right? Now basically let's say we had just find it out all of these things, whatever I just written. Let's say we had just find it out the alternate hypothesis and even the null hypothesis. Now what comes next? Okay, if I just say right here that since the null and alternate hypothesis, I would just simply write hypo dot, so just assume it as hypothesis only. Okay, since the null and alternate hypothesis are contradictory means crossing with each other, contradictory. So let's say the null and the alternate hypothesis are contradictory, then what I can just say that examine you must examine evidence you must examine the evidence to decide if you have to decide if you have enough evidence if you have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis, that is null hypothesis or null hypothesis or not. So this is the thing that you need to decide after you have just got out the null hypothesis and the alternate hypothesis values. After this is the thing that you need to decide on, that basically do you have a proper evidence to decide that if you have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis or not, right? So this evidence, actually the evidence which I'm just talking about it is a form of a sample data. Let me add on that thing also. So the evidence that I was talking about, so the evidence is in the form, so the evidence is in the form of sample data. Evidence is in the form of sample data, right? So after you have just found out all the things regarding the null hypothesis, you had found out regarding the alternate hypothesis, so then you need to decide that do you have enough of evidence to reject the null hypothesis or not, right? So that evidence will be in the form of sample data. Now let me just come down here. So I would just, okay, let me take our color as so as to like change a little bit here. So I would just add on that after you have after you have determined after you have determined hypothesis which hypothesis the sample supports the sample supports, you make a decision. You make okay, just 1 second. You make a decision, right? So basically after you have determined that which hypothesis actually you are taking, the sample which you are having, which hypothesis it is actually like supporting, okay, after that if you have done this thing, so you had made a decision, right? Now basically there are two options for the decision which you have made, right? Let me just add on those things as well here. So I would just write that thing that there are two options for a decision, okay? There can be two options, or you can just say two conditions, or whatever you just want to say. So basically there are two options for a decision. So the very first goes like that, okay, just let me write it as like this only, right? So it is basically they are reject, if we basically reject the H naught, okay? If the sample information reject H naught, basically it means that if the sample information, if the sample info which I have favors the alternate hypothesis, that is alternate hypothesis, okay? So this is the very first thing which we can have, that basically if the reject H naught, and second goes like this, hypothesis, okay, or the second one is that do not reject H naught. That is my second condition. Or fail to reject, or even just write as or fail to reject H naught. This is also even which we can just write it as another way. So second goes like that: do not reject H naught or fail to reject H naught. So this is a decision which can be made if the sample information, that is the sample info, is insufficient okay, let me just come down here, is insufficient to reject, right? These are the two decisions which can okay, to reject the null hypothesis. Let me write that, the null hypothesis. So these are the two decisions which can be made here, that basically first of all that there are two options for decision. They are basically reject H naught if the sample information favors the alternate hypothesis, or do not reject H naught or fail to reject H naught if the sample information is insufficient to reject the null hypothesis, right? These are the two conditions which can be applied. These are the two statements which we can give here for the decision, right? So after you have determined which hypothesis the sample supports, you make a decision. So these were the two options for the decision, right? After that, basically, even I have one table also for this hypothesis testing. Let me just make out that as well. So it is like this here. Okay, let me just come down a little bit like this right here. And now just let me quickly draw one partition type of line here. It is like this, let's say. Okay, let me shift it a little bit here. Yeah, here it will be absolutely. Okay, it's fine. Now I will just take another color. Let's say that will be red for me. Okay, so this is my actually H naught and this is actually my HA. Okay, So my first condition goes that here first sign is my equal, that is my equal sign. Now into this equal sign, if H naught is equal, then HA would be not equal, then HA would be not equal or greater than or greater than or less than. Okay, so if H naught is basically equal, then in that case HA will be not equal or greater than or less than. Right, my second condition goes like greater than or equal to. Okay, so that is great. Okay, just let me even just put out the symbol as well. It will be greater than or equal to. This is a symbol for this, right? Greater than or equal to. So if this is the condition for H naught, then A will be less than. Okay, then in H it would be less than like this. Okay, and my third condition goes that if H naught is less than or equal to like this, if it is less than or equal to, then in that case basically my HA would be more than. It is like this, right? So I hope that you have got a fair and a clearer idea that basically how we just do out the things here, right? Okay, just one second, and let me just include this as well. I know it will, okay, and let me not just like remove all these things. Let me put it like this as well. Fine. So basically these are some conditions which apply onto H naught and HA. Right. So I hope that till the point, till now this point, you have got a clear and a very fair idea regarding the null hypothesis and the alternate hypothesis. Even we had seen this thing also, that when you have just categorized that it is null or alternate, after that what you need to do is that, right? After that basically how to make out the decision and all those things basically you have categorized here, right? And even I have just given you some conditions regarding the H naught and HA as well, right? So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.